and welcome to my third major waterway. My second river, like fully fledged river. My third, I can't do the three finger thing with these gloves on. My third major waterway. And the 50th on my journey to become the first person ever to find the source of 100 waterways. The halfway mark waterway of this series. Yeah, Waterway 50. It's weird to say that. And I am going to follow it to its source today. It's going to be a really long journey, so I should probably get going. It's like 10. I gotta do this. I must admit outright that I was quite nervous for this waterway. And in retrospect, rightfully so. Because not only was this the hardest of all the waterways I'd faced down thus far, it also marked a significant change in how I approached the series moving forward. It was an event that shattered me and didn't allow sleep from adrenaline for 2 straight nights. This was Waterway 50. Runs along the side of a bunch of roads, so I'll be able to like track it like quickly and efficiently. But it's still a river, so it's long, so I should get going. It's a little hard to pull myself away from the opening. Just because like I've been playing this waterway for a while, like since I think Waterway 25. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a major river for like every like kind of milestone on like this journey. It's like cool to be here, you know, at the opening. That's another one of those rivers I've always been really curious about when we've driven over it. There's like a main road up there. I'm like, man, dude, where's that river begin? I'm fucking finding out today. Anyway, Gwyd, stop fucking messing around. You have a lot of beach to cover before you get back to the main, and then like a gravel track before you get back to the main road. And then I think I'll be going back onto gravel tracks for the rest of the journey. Bye, opening. I'm going to go find your source now. Adventure! On the way. Oh. Unstable ground. I think it was a bit hard to pull myself away from the opening there because it was quite difficult to get out here. So, yeah, I sat around for a little bit though, gave myself the time. Wow, this is fucking corrugated. Fucking 4-wheel drivers. Everything should be left up to me. Yeah, I sat around for a little while and gave myself the time to like soak in what I'd accomplished to actually get out here. Now I've got to go through everything I just went through to get out here to get back. So you get to experience that in that way, you know? My ass is a bit sore. I've been riding all morning. I've got a lot of gravel roads ahead of me, man. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass, so to speak. I've already been on the bike for like 4 hours. Can't just be 5, but it's cool. Yeah, 4 hours, not 5, that's too much. I gotta ride up this beach and get up to the main road, where I can then leave the main road again and get back onto the like dodgy gravel roads. My ass really isn't feeling like phenomenal. Fuck. I have like another 10 hours on the bike, man. It'll be fine. Fine. I have heard bikepackers complain about like how sore their asses get while riding around the place. But I thought like that was just sort of a them problem because they were like traveling across countries and things on bikes. It might not be just a them problem, or maybe I'm just weak. Need to like get my fucking ass in gear, you know what I mean? Literally. This is a pretty cool beach. It's a bit like bleak, but you know, it's kind of cool in how bleak it is, you know? Yeah, I have been told by my bike fixer man not to ride my bike on the beach because it like messes them up or whatever. But like, I've feel like the beach is pretty compacted. Anyway, that's my excuse. I won't tell them that. I can just pretend I never took it on the beach at all. There's a lot of weed on this beach. Like pondweed or whatever. Not pondweed. Fucking seaweed. There's a lot of seaweed on this beach. And I'm past it. Good job, like, breaking down during the part when you were actually there, Brent. No worries. A bee just like threw itself directly under my tire. I'm not thinking about it. Behold, my way off the beach. The beach. My original plan was to show the beach when I said off the beach. Like, but it didn't happen. Anyway, I'm going this way. Adventure. Just checking out the sign. Apparently this is all salt marsh. Which is like marsh but salty. I didn't know that. This is what it would look like usually, right? But this is what it looks like at the moment. Why am I trying to be educational? No. Right, so now that my GwydsEndeavours moment is over, I'm on the road. Just heard a rustle in the bush back there. Probably a snake. Really hope I wasn't like this close to dying. You know what I mean? My sand track gave way to gravel road, like I knew it would, because I came this way in order to like get down to the beach. My ass is not chuffed to be back on like a bumper surface like this. That beach was almost refreshing, but it's cool. Suffering is funny. Human suffering is hilarious. Why wouldn't it be cool? I think the soreness is coming from like sweat accumulating in the like impact zones on the posterior area, which makes perfect sense because I didn't have this problem over winter, and like not much sweat really accumulates in the posterior area over winter when it's like a 10 degree day. It explains why this soreness is a problem on a 25 degree day. So I think it's a little bit more. Actually, 25 sounds decent. It got up to well over 30. Got a lot of gravel road ahead of me. This is lit. Check it out. Another waterway. I just realized I'm unbelievably thirsty. Where'd that come from? So began the first of many problems on this journey. Water. Fuck, I was really thirsty. Whoa. My body just suddenly demanded this. Like, hey, drink some water, bro. In retrospect, this is really horribly painful to look at. Gotta be rationing. I won't drink this whole thing though. One more sip. Made it back to the main road. My next big turn off is up like that way. So I'm gonna be going up there now. That's my plan. Let's do this. By the way, that bridge you see isn't the river. It's that stream that I crossed over just before. Okay, we're all on the same page. Right, I've reached my turn off. I know that looks like a driveway, but I swear it is like an official road. It's just a gravel road. The road is actually named after the river, as you can't see in this like video, in like this footage, because I've censored the name of the road. Told you it was a gravel road. The river should actually cross under it a little ways up here. So I'll be sure to show you that when I get there. But for now, this gravel road's my foreseeable future. It's literally, there's not going to be any paving, I don't think, in the future. I have to say, I was a bit nervous taking that shot from like the middle of the road there. just in case someone decided to run over my tripod, like a quick laugh, to like ruin my day for a quick laugh, which sounds like, you know, I was being a bit overly nervous, like kind of overly precautious or whatever. No, people do this stuff, right? And I think it's because there's this completely incorrect belief that like you need to be an asshole to be cool. You need to be an asshole to be cool, which is just completely wrong. In fact, you'll find people will like you a lot more and think a lot higher of you if you are a kind person. Don't be an asshole because you think that's a cool personality to have. It's not. People who just fucking hate you. The only reason I know about this personality thing where they think they need to be nasty to be cool was because I went through that phase in my life. I believed I had to be like a jerk and like a dickhead or to be cool. Like, I think it was mostly in my head. I don't think I like radiated it much. I hope I didn't anyway. Be a good person. People will like you. They'll really like you. Wow, I'm really riding through a lot of farm country at the moment. Farm country. Farm country. It goes on for a while that direction. It's cool. I like it. Is that a camera over there? Yo. Just in case I got you on camera. Whatever, I'm moving on. And boom. It's my river. Hell yeah. The bridge is paved, but like the rest of the road remains like gravel. You see there's a lot in Australia, probably in other places as well. They've got to have like extra kind of support on bridges. It's my river. Onward. Great. It's a hill. I'm running a bit on empty to be doing this right now. Eat something when you get to the top of the hill, Gwyd. Okay. Bit corrugated here. It is fine. I really should be careful about eating too much because I have got like limited water, and it takes water to like digest food. So in situations like this, it's good to eat little and often, as I learnt from Bear Grylls. Just because I don't have huge amounts of water left. Tell you what, if I run across a house like along this road somewhere, I might go in and ask if they can top me up a little bit. Probably should have bought a bit more today. A couple of sips should be fine though. Let's not lose that. I'm going this way from now on. Into like tree farm territory. So there should be a bit more shade. The tree farms are even like marked on the map as like a tourist attraction, so it might be cool. Tourist attraction for people who are lost. Like, who's out here? Adventure. Big dust throwing road train just came through. I don't know if you can see the dust on the camera. Can you see the dust? No. Wow, the road looks really bright. This camera. Right, so the river actually runs quite comfortably alongside this road, about 1 kilometre that direction. So that's cool. That means I'm bang on the line, you know what I mean? A bit more corrugation, that's fine. I'm sure my groinal area and ass are really gonna love that, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. Tell you what though, seeing that road train was a real sight. Just because I've been on this road for about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and I've only seen like two tractors. So seeing another vehicle was quite an event. And my ass is getting super sore. Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing like my hat instead of like the helmet on my back, it's because it's quite a hot sunny day today. So I need like the extra cover, and you know that helmet's not going to like do the trick. So yeah, onward. Right, so I've run across the house. I'm running wondering if I should go ask if they've got some water. I can borrow some water. I can have some water. I was not thinking of getting back or anything. Yeah, okay. I might leave my bike out here though, so don't just obnoxiously ride up their driveway. Hopefully they don't mind. It's a bit nerve-wracking. I've never done this before. Just go quick. The worst I can say is no. There was no one there. I did think about snooping around and seeing if I could find a tap. I didn't feel right in doing that. So there's another house up here. I've still got a fair bit of water. At least like a quarter of a bottle. Oh, so I should be alright. Anyway, roading. Maybe that will the house a bit further on. It seems I've reached the tree farm. Whoa. Tree farms. They're like the ones behind like the trees on the side of the road. Wow. Great tourist spot. It was at this point that despite my cool attitude, I really was starting to get worried about water. Don't get me wrong, the climax of the event was very much yet to come, but it was starting to weigh on the back of my mind. I am kind of regretting not snooping around that house and seeing if I can find some water, like a hose or a tap or something. Like, come on. I've invaded property tons of times. I didn't even really need to do that. But I do need water. And again, I'm probably alright. Probably fine. Just thought I'd stop for a quick rest. It's getting a bit tired. Almost, my legs were. A bit of water. I have to say that worn outness is probably just a bit of stress from the lack of water I have. Mostly in my head. I've still got water. It's mostly just probably in my head. Oh man, you haven't got any water, aren't you feeling a bit worn out? Probably because you haven't got enough water. Be fine though. I've had low water before. Why is there so much fucking uphill? I hate that. Probably because the spring is not going to be the lowest point. It's going to be the furthest and highest point. Probably why there's so much uphill, Gwyd. Shut up! Fuck you. I'm suffering here. Actually had a pretty decent view of the river from here. You can't really see that. Hold on. Trees that kind of run along there. Hold on. Like along there. That's my river. That seemed to break up a little bit there. I'm on the right route. I entered a piece of the road which has absolutely no shade at all. It sucks. Getting worn out, man. How much longer? Found the one piece of shade. Yeah, the rest of the roads are pretty sunny. Tell you what, with this lack of water, I'm starting to feel like a survivalist and not really an explorer. It's not good. There has to be another house soon, right? It's cool. It's cool. I'll ration out my water a little bit and continue. It's good stuff. Should have made it last. I should have swished that around my mouth if I just instantly wanted to swallow it. This sucks. I hate this. I might just like rest here in this shade for a bit. Till I feel ready to move on again, you know? From this angle you can see the heat on the road. Is epic, I guess. Yeah, no, the camera is not catching that. Whatever. My need to stop is becoming more and more frequent with my sore ass, my lack of water, and I'm just getting a bit worn out now. I swear to God, the next house, no matter what it is, I'm just gonna walk up the driveway. I need water to live, man. I'm on my next corrugated piece of road. It's great. Lots of corrugation. Okay, it's over. Nope, okay, it's not over. Okay. Alright. Now it's over. And if I'm not mistaken, is this pavement? It seems to be. It seems to be like a paved surface. But then it's got all this gravel over the top of it. Like there's a paved surface down there. I found another tree plantation. This one's a little more impressive than the ones I saw before. Maybe it's just because I can get closer to it. Also, I think that's a geocache. The red box geocaching is like a worldwide treasure hunt type deal, where you like hunt down like these little boxes and write your name. Nope, that's a map of the plantation. Oh, well, it's embarrassing. I wasn't going to write down my name anyway. I can't probably like doing that right now. But, why can't I get the cap back on? Oh, there we go. But now you know what geocaching is. You didn't already. You like download an app for it. It's pretty fun. Would recommend. For my first car in literally hours. Like literally, it's been hours since I even saw like saw that road track, and like longer since I saw like the two tractors. Wow, humans still exist. Found a house. I'm going in. There was nobody there, but what I did find. I found a tap. Probably is drinking water. Oh. Nice drinking water. Give me a sec. Drunk too much. out of here.
So with the worst of my water problems out the way, there were still some later, it was time for me to finally look to the source.
That was exactly what the doctor ordered. Actually wish I'd stayed there a bit longer. But I've got a bottle full now. Oh, actually swallowed a lot of air while drinking my water, so feeling a bit in my stomach. I was pretty desperate to get the water into me. Okay, I've got another 1.5 liters. That should get me to my destination and home. Oh, thank God that was a lifesaver. It's rainwater as well. That's the good shit. Dude, I can feel the energy returning to me as the water like seeps into my system. Oh, fucking hell. That was horrible. That was like a solid 25 kilometers, possibly more, without water. That was awful. Like, I've never felt so awful. And look, paved road. It's the best day of my life. Check my map. Not too much longer now. Like, just sort of up this road. I'll just say turn to gravel again a bit further up. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, well, let's check up on the river. Let's see what size it is now. It's down that way. Here it is. Little baby river. Actually, it's still got a fair amount of like girth to it. Actually, it goes to like a lake up here. I don't know if you'll see the lake, but it does, which really explains why it's still so large. But you'll be able to see the map, the lake on the map that I show you now.
Actually, once again, in retrospect, there was absolutely no lake whatsoever. However, this changes nothing, and I find the source anyway.
It's my river. Let's continue that direction along the road there that looks like it becomes gravel again.
It's safe to say that at this point in the journey, things were looking up. I had a belly full of water and a spring was back in my step. Unfortunately, appearing there on the horizon was the next thing that would absolutely stomp me. A misjudgment of distances.
You know how I was saying there was a lake that the waterway ran through? This waterway leads into that same lake. I'd say a fair few waterways run into that lake. But the goal for me is finding the furthest waterway from the lake to dictate which one, if it's the source. So I've got to find the furthest waterway away from the dam. Makes sense. I have done, by the way. I found the furthest waterway from the lake. I've done that. I've just got to there's 3 potential ones. There's 3 potential sources to the waterway. I've got to figure out which one's the right one. I'm on my way to do that now. Got there. Big old road train just went past. And look how fucking dust it kicked up. Holy Toledo. Luckily the wind was blowing the direction that it blew it away from me. That was dusty. Boom, it's my waterway. Okay, so this is the first and most likely of the sources that I was thinking for this waterway. It comes up from a wetland up that way. You can't really see, but there is a wetland up there, and there's a couple of waterways that flow into it. So I've got to find out if the wetland is the source or if one of the waterways are. So I've actually got to go up to a road a bit further up to see if there's still water running underneath it. And then I've got to, if there isn't, I've got to go over here to another potential source. But if there's no water running there, then there's one more source down there, which would be the furthest point. But I gotta start with this one that comes up from up there through the wetland. It comes up from there, comes from up there, goes into the wetland, and comes out here. Oh shit! You can see the wetland from up here. See that? That big bushy patch of forest, wetland. I'm heading to a road up that way. This ass thing is really becoming a pain. And whenever I hit like corrugation, it becomes even more of a pain. I have to do something about this. This is too much. Behold the solution. I wrapped my jump around it. Problem solved. I think it was actually problem solved. I think I've actually somehow managed to pull off making it worse. The jumper is tied in such a way that it's actually applying more pressure to the sore zones than before. Yeah, slightly more comfortable. Maybe I just needs to warm on me. Kill me, please. So I edited my design slightly. Might be better now, I guess, a little bit. It's definitely a bit more comfortable. Maybe. My turn off. Sorry, dust went in my eye. Not much else to say, really. It's my turn off. Let's ride up it now. Check it. Collapsed termite mound. Yo, those fuckers really did experience like the apocalypse. I do think the jumpers helped out a little bit. Like for the first 3 seconds after I get back on the bike, it's almost like comfortable, you know what I mean? Only the first 3 seconds, but like, it makes those first 3 seconds better, you know what I mean? Just gotta think positive. I in like a 4-wheel drive just sped by it like kind of top speed. But he thought he was pretty cool. Yeah, man. Taking these back roads. Says a guy on a bike. Fucking hell, man, this is a slog. Where's my turn off? I swear I've been riding down this road for like 2 years. I think I'm finally starting to understand why like cycle tourists or whatever fucking like film their shadow. It's because they have nothing else to do. I'm fucking bored. Where's my turn off? Oh my god, finally. Oh my god. I've reached my road. Yes. It's paved, so my ass won't hurt as much. Oh my god. Please let this be the source, man. I don't want to have gone through that for nothing. You know, now that I'm on like paved road, my fucking like wrapped seat is starting to feel like a bit of a luxury. Oh no, wait, it isn't. My satellite's fucking died. What? I thought I'd have great, fuck off. I thought I'd have great reception out here in the middle of nowhere. Don't blow away too far. Alright, good. Remember not to eat too much. I only have limited water. So I've still got like a full bottle full, so I'm not too worried.
You see that trail mix that I'm eating there? That was a completely different trail mix than the usual one that I ate. It was a lot sweeter, so it dehydrated me and made me feel sick. A nice just little extra layer on top of everything that was already happening.
Alright. Had something to eat. And I think, according to my map, I'm getting close to where the waterway should go under the road. And then I should be able to make estimations from there. Or at least I'll be able to know whether the source is this way or not. And this is it, this dry riverbed. Pus buckets, man. Well, at least I know this isn't the source. Now I've got to find a way back to my previous road. Because of course I do. Alright, I really didn't want to, but I'm going to have to go back the way I came. For some reason, on my way here, I didn't check out the other sources. Because there's one other source along that road that I came from. Sorry, there's a bit of chocolate on my face. There's one other source along that road I came along. I didn't check that on the way here, so I'm going to go back there. And then I'll be down to one. That is if it isn't the source. You might be wondering, why am I going to all this effort to go back rather than like find some kind of side road that leads back to the road you were originally on? This is because, well, there is a side road that like leads back to the road I was on. It's closed today, which I didn't know. But nah, I drove in and it was all closed up. Sorry, I rode in and it was all closed up. I didn't film it when I went past, but it was. You just gotta believe me, man. Trust me, I'd be taking it if I could.
So with the loop road closed, the heat worsening, the food I was eating making me feel sick, and my complete and utter refusal to drink more than a few sips of water to counteract that sickness feeling, I made my way back to the worst road I've ever ridden for a second round.
Yo, you join me back on Long Slog Road. And I've realised to my pleasure, since I was last here, like fucking, what, 20 minutes ago, a nice like headwind is blowing in. So, it's providing me with a whole new type of slog, you know what I mean? Really appreciate it. It's great, it's great. It's fucking wonderful, man. Christmas came early, you know. My fucking God, how long was I on this fucking road for? I knew I was on it for a while, but what the fuck? This is ridiculous. I hate this. Yeah, I'm reaching the end of this road soon, right now. Fucking have to be. I have to be. Fuck you, headwind. Fuck you, road. I fucking hate this road. Shit. Hate this. Oh my God. At long last. I must have subconsciously blacked out how long that was. Whatever, it's over now and a car's coming. It's fine. My GPS is working again. I think I'm reaching my limit a little bit here, man. I think I'm reaching it. Whatever. Yo, keep going. Keep going. Right, so there are a few signs of a bit of water movement down there, and a few dents in the land. This camera is like catching it, but it's down there. See that little black lump there? That's where it seems to begin. A little black lump in the middle. Could potentially be a spring. There could be a spring there, and if there is, that would be the source. However, I'm not seeing any water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel down a bit and see if there's water running under the road at the spring, which I'm currently thinking is the spring, because I don't think this one is the spring. I actually think one up the road is the spring, but if there's no water running under the road where I think the spring is flowing from, I'll have an answer that that's probably not the spring then. If that makes sense. I'll know. I'll be able to cut down. I'll be able to cut down my options. I'll know if I'll be able to figure out the one, because the one that's flowing will be the spring. This is it. And as you can see, it is completely dry. It would have flowed in from across the road there, here. Would have flown in here, flowed in here, down there to the waterway, to like the wetland. It means my second, what I thought was the second most likely waterway, being the source, is wrong. I'm making progress. I've only got one, I've limited it down. I've only got one waterway left to worry about. Right, so now things get a little more complicated, but also simpler. So as you can see down there, there's a bit more growth going on. Hang on. As you might notice, there's a bit more growth down there that leads down to like the really bushy area down there, which is the wetland. Now, growth is a sign of water because stuff grows around water. So there is a soggy patch down there specifically that water could potentially be flowing from. I might be able to get a better view of it like up here. I'll be able to see whether there's water in it or not. I think I might be able to get a better view. So I'll head over there now. No, just more signs of like water. Signs of water potentially moving down there. And if you're wondering why I'm not just jumping the fence, running over there and like checking it out for myself, is their house is just up on the hill over there. Yep. It's quite high up. They'll definitely be able to see me. There is a dip in the land over there. Just there, kind of dead center. And I'm not seeing any water in it. symbolizing this waterway could very much not be flowing. I can actually make probably a pretty likely conclusion, or I can at least give a conclusion. So there was one final potential source that I hadn't ruled out. The wetland itself. That is the final potential source of the waterway. There's no other sources that it could be. If there is indeed no movement in the waterways up there that seems to lead into the main wetland, then the wetland is the source. If there is water movement coming from up there, it likely started in that tuft area that I showed you before. And if the water does actually go past there, and I just can't see it, probably started that little dip in the land that I also showed you before.
However, that waterway I went all that distance for is definitely not the source.
Which means, technically, I have sourced 50 fucking waterways. I fucking did it. It doesn't matter which one it is, because I've shown you all of them. I found the source of 50 waterways. I found the source of that fucking river. It may not be a fun little bubbly spring that I can show you due to like fucking farmers and shit. But yeah, one of those is the source, which means I have found the source of the river. I found the source of 50 waterways. That's a big number, man. Halfway to my goal of 100. The thing about being halfway is that while I'm halfway there, I'm also halfway from the finish. It's like a glass half full, glass half empty type deal. This one's done. Done this one. I found the source of my second named river. My third river.
Actually, I think it's important to state here that the thicket of trees that I'm claiming to be a wetland could also be signs of a high pressure spring. But either way, and whatever the source was pointed out by me here in this video or here in voiceover, I had found the source of 50 waterways. Like and subscribe.